Hello, one and all. This is Wolfstar Gaming. I'm Anton Savetin, and welcome back to another episode of Robotics Notes Elite. First off the bat, I just want to apologize for anyone who's watching this series that it's, weekly. I am not only juggling this with my Persona 5 Let's Play, Persona 5 Royal specifically, but I am also juggling like a full-time job. And my full-time job requires me to get up very early. I start at like 7 a.m. So I am finding that doing robotic notes during the week is a little easier to deal with than Persona 5 Royal. I was kind of hitting a brick wall with Persona 5 Royal and my Final Fantasy 7 Remake Let's Play because I was doing those alternatively throughout the week when I first started doing this, and I found that I was dragging my heels, basically. Wound up being very tired. So I'm taking things a little bit slowly with how I'm doing this now. And not to mention, I also am working on other games as well. Like, because a couple of years ago, I had decided to make a new PSN account. So I've been going through all the games that I've already played to, re-get the trophies, of course, and doing almost everything in any given game. And as a result, I've actually been able to platinum a number of games that I had not platinumed before. So that's an accomplishment, I feel. I mean, I'm kind of a trophy hunter. And I am a kind of a bit of a completionist. So it's like I'll try and do everything in any given game. Try to. That's the operative word. Try. But anyway, I just wanted to get that out of the way first. With getting back into robotics notes here, I've been talking over no music at all. I don't have the gameplay muted. I don't have the music muted. It's just quiet right now. So it may seem a little weird that it's just my voice and not the music. And granted, I did say that with my intros, that I might mute the audio because I've been getting copyright claims and trying to lessen the amount of music playing as much as possible. But anyway, let's get back into this game, shall we? I leave the savage atmosphere of the faculty room and take a deep breath. This is real bad, I think to myself as I rub my exceedingly empty stomach. Kaito's hungry. Well, Akiho seems pumped up. I mean, she's not letting the meeting that we had with Vice Principal what was it, Usui get to her, you know, with, I mean, she gave us an ultimatum, and Akiho accepted the ultimatum. So I'm looking forward to how this is gonna go. Akiho still has a stern expression on her face, standing with her fists clenched tight. Well, she has one clenched fist. That we can see, anyway. We can't really see her other hand. I don't want Akiho to push herself too hard. I mean, she has so much energy. I feel like Akiho has so much drive and energy that it would take like a poop ton to get her exhausted. Neither of us are in the physical condition for that. Well, maybe not you, Kaito, but Akiho's seems to be doing fine so far.
Aki-chan, とりあえずさ、お腹空かない？
絶対勝つ。
I actually really love her energy.
無理でしょ、いくらなんでも。
How could we possibly just show up and win? I saw the New Year's Eve tourney online, and the robots were all incredible. To be honest, I don't like the shortened version of tournament. Just saying. ROBO-ONE isn't something you can just join and win on a whim. Well, that just means that you have to work hard. And I'm including Kaito in this. It's like if he wants to see Akiho succeed, he needs to help. He can't just be sitting like out in the grass or out on the asphalt at the not parking lot, out in the that old abandoned airport and just play his game. It's like something's gotta give. We have literally nothing working in our favor right now. I don't entirely agree with this.
無理だって、アキちゃん。GOノーゴー判断はノーゴーだ。
We are a no-go on the go-no-go decision. That's a really funny way to put it. I repeat myself just to confirm it.
ロボ部はもう終わりさ。ここまでよく持った方だよ。
With just the two of them, that is kind of impressive. Yeah. I mean, exactly how long has it been just them in the robot club? I want Akiho to give up. Really? Really, Kaito? You want her to give up? I can't believe him. I mean, he knows Akiho since they were both children. I mean, he said that Akiho and him are childhood friends, so he should know her better than anyone outside of, you know, her parents. you think that being a childhood friend and a friend that long, that he would, stick up for her, support her no matter what. You think that he would do that, but just this line just shows me that he's not as good as a friend that I thought he would be. I'm a little disappointed in you, Kaito. There's nothing wrong with taking it easy.
諦めたら叶う夢も叶わなくなるよ。
Yes. I would agree with that sentiment, Akiho.
だってそもそもホビーロボットなんて俺たち持ってないでしょうが。
I mean, they have been working on Gunvarel for like 8 years. That's not hobby that's hobby that. That's not a hobby robot. I mean, what? I guess I should really look that up, shouldn't I? What a hobby robot is.
おお。
I can tell by the look on her face that she's finally realized that simple fact.
本当に何も考えずに共闘の条件を飲んだわけね。
カイ、どうしたらいいかな。
いや、俺に聞かれてもね。
I mean, they have Gunvarel. I mean, how far along is that robot being done?
やる気なし人間。このままじゃ廃部なのに。ダメだ。
Oh, that's a new movement of her sprite. It's like, I can't take it!
諦めない。大丈夫。なんとかなる。うちは無駄に前向きなのが唯一の取り柄なんだから。
Well, I'm sure there's other redeeming qualities about you, Akiho. Not just your positive thinking. I mean, I honestly love her optimism. It's very refreshing. That sound effect of her slapping her cheeks was so quiet. I could barely even hear it. Akiho slaps both of her cheeks in an attempt to pump herself up as she tries to convince herself it'll all be okay.
疾風怒涛の元気一発頑張れるジャキーン。
There's that word again. Jakin. What does that mean? I want that to come up as a tip. Well, and I don't think there is. Let's see. They should come up alphabetical. Yeah, there's no J's at all. I want to know what that word means. In the middle of the hallway, she suddenly thrusts her fist into the air.
ほら、カイも一緒に。疾風怒涛の。
いや。
Kaito is such a buzzkill. It's like Akiho is just going full throttle, yeah, and Kaito is just like, I'm just slowing things down. I'm Eeyore. Yeah, actually, that's a perfect way to describe Kaito. It's like he's Eeyore. And Akiho is like Tigger. That's actually an interesting way to look at their personalities.
やってよ。
Not happening. It's way too embarrassing. Everyone around us is giving us looks. Oh, there people are looking at them like through the classroom windows. Some recognize us as the Robot Club and immediately understand. And of course others don't.
俺に一緒にやらせたいならキルバラで勝負。
Why, Kaito? Why? It's like I wish you could see me right now. It's like once I read this line, I rolled my eyes. I'm like, really? It's like, Kaito, you're too good at the game.
しないし。
しなくていいなら俺昼飯買ってくるから。あんじゃ。
My stomach is at its limit, so I leave Akiho and hurry off.
元気一発頑張れー
To be honest, I'm not seeing much spirit. What are you looking at, Kaito? What? I open my umbrella and make my way toward the convenience store. I'm honestly surprised that I didn't pick up on the fact that it was supposed to be raining. I mean, there's like no like weather indicator or whatever. So last time when Kaito mentioned an umbrella, it didn't click. It didn't click to me right away that it was raining. It's like some people use an umbrella in the sunshine to keep themselves shaded and not get a lot of sun. Like some people are just really sensitive to the sun and need that shade. So it's like, I thought it might have been something like that, but no.
夢ね。
Yeah, dreams. It's good to have dreams. It's like I have a dream. I mean, I imagine everyone has dreams of their own. And, you know, some people have their dream job already, while others are, like, still working towards their dream job or kind of procrastinating. And, you know, for me, like, I aspire to be a screenwriter, and you know, I'm very slowly working towards that. I just really need to seriously get down to brass tacks and just write, even though I do have writer's block right now. Not to mention, I have this going on, you know, with me LPing. Akiho's dream is to enter Gunvarel Prototype Model 1 into the Expo and win the Grand Prix. It's fine to have dreams, but right now, we're like frogs in a well. Heck, even down a well, you wouldn't feel this sucky.
そりゃ夢は叶うのが一番だけどさ。
But if everyone's dreams came true, the world probably wouldn't run right anymore. That's an interesting thing to think. only a handful of people can make their dreams come true. I mean, some people have very lofty dreams. Others have very hard to reach dreams. I mean, I am one of those people. I mean, being a screenwriter, that's a hard to grasp dream. But, you know, if I keep at it, I can get there eventually. The hardest part is gonna be getting my, like, any scripts, you know, greenlit, sold. It'll take a long time, but, you know, as long as I keep writing, like, every day, once I get out of my writer's block, then, you know, maybe before I reach the age of 45. I don't know. The overwhelming majority of people in the world have no choice but to give up on their dreams. True. I mean, unfortunately, some people's dreams get shattered and they have no other recourse but to get a job that they don't want, that they don't like, but, you know, they need the money in order to, you know, survive, basically. I'm no exception to the rule. Akiho was willing to push herself to the limit from the very beginning. She's the type who charges into things face first without even considering her body's condition. That's how she's always been. To be honest, I want to hold her by the back of the collar and stop her. Okay, so Akiho is the dreamer. Kaito is the idealist. That's what I'm getting now from him. He's the idealist.
腹減った。
That was a very weird sounding stomach growl, to be honest. Bum. Wait, the bell's ringing? Is lunch break already over? I don't have time to go to Mizuka-san's store.
嫌になっちゃうよな。
As soon as I complain, my stomach growls again, and I dejectedly return to the classroom, hungry. So no lunch? Oh boy. I don't think I would be able to make it to, like, dinner time without having at least something to eat. And actually, I burn off a lot of, you know, energy at work because I'm always running around. I'm always on my feet. And as a result, I burn off a lot of calories. So I've found that keeping a little snack on hand helps me get through the day because I don't have like a huge lunch. I've been having cashews. It's like I love cashews. After school, I plant myself firmly in the empty classroom and munch on some bread while diving deep into KB. Akiho went off with Mitchi somewhere and hasn't come back. During our afternoon classes, she seemed to be there in body, but not spirit. I hope she's okay. As the only other member of the robot club, I should really be there for Akiho, but in truth, I don't actually want to help. Whoops. Wait, why is he saying whoops? Also, with the rain in the background, makes me wish it was raining right now instead of, like, having snow on the ground. I hate snow. This is clearly a trap laid by the VP. We have no way of coming out on top. We have no way of coming out on top in this, so my efforts would be wasted. That sounded like a stretch. Between matches, I stretch out and cast my gaze out the window. Huge raindrops fall from the sky relentlessly.
俺はどう動くべきかね。
I'm certain Akiho isn't just going to take this sitting down, so I need to come up with a plan of my own. My number one priority is to keep Akiho from pushing herself too hard.
とりあえず土砂降りになる前に帰るか。
At the end of the day, it's common for people to keep putting off the problems that are right in front of them. Hobby robot. Hobbycraft shop. Huh. So he's looking into hobby robots, alright. Whoa, way too expensive. I can't help but voice my thoughts. Since it's lunch break, I'm trying down on some food while looking over a hobby robot site. It's a URL that Akiho sent, but I draw back on my seat just looking at some of the numbers on the screen. What is that? 336,000? I take it that's the price. Yeah, that's in yen, so it's like, how much is that in dollars? I imagine that's very expensive with yen. These prices aren't something a high school student can afford. I imagine not. The cheapest one is around 3,000 yen. 3,000? 30,000 yen. When you look to the high end, some robots go for over 200,000 yen. Now that sounds like a lot.
メーカーのキットだからね。やっぱりそれぐらいするよ。実質完成品みたいなものだし。
Okay, so the 200,000 ones are pre-made kits.
それでも5年くらい前に比べればかなり安くなったんだよ。
Really? Akiho had already finished her own lunch and stands imposingly in front of my desk as she explains.
自分でパーツを一から集めて作ればもっと安上がりになるけどね。
Right.
じゃあそうするつもりなの？
あと2週間しかないんじゃ。そんな余裕ないよ。
Only 2 weeks. Well, Kaito needs to, get off his butt, put the game down, and help her. And if the two of them aren't enough, they need to find some members. Maybe they can convince the name was right on the tip of my tongue. Subaru. Maybe they can convince Subaru to join. Maybe. Akiho sadly looks up at the ceiling.
つまりキットを買うと。
それも無理。昨日お母さんにお年玉前借りしようとしたんだけど、1万円までって言われちゃった。
10,000. Yeah, that's not nearly enough. Also, New Year's money? What exactly is that about? The bottleneck is the lack of time before the competition. We don't even have time to work part-time jobs. They're definitely on a time crunch. It's just 2 weeks. Ooh. It's like, how are they gonna get this done?
それなら決まりだね。ロボワン出場は諦めると。
Oh! There she goes, shaking his head again. Hair, excuse me. I swear it looks more like she's shaking his head than mussing up his hair. Akiho starts messing up my hair again. It's like, don't muss the hair, Akiho. Don't muss the hair. 2 strands of my hair fall into the rice in my lunchbox. Oops. I quietly pluck them out with my fingertips.
飯時はよせ。
なんでカイはすぐ諦める方に持ってこうとするわけ？
Oh, don't worry about it, Kaito. I'll just give you protein.
もっとあがこうよ。
Wait, not protein. That would be fiber. Never mind.
手っ取り早くどうにかする方法でも思いついたなら、そういうポジティブ思考でもいいけどね。
You being positive, Kaito? I would love to see the day to when he is actually being positive.
思いついたから言ってるの。
Akiho puffs up her chest in pride. But that explains her happy-go-lucky mood this morning.
じゃあ部長さん、その方法とやらを教えてくださいよ。
知りたい？知りたいならキルバラでうちに勝つことだね。
What? Really? She's doing this now. Huh.
いいよ。アキちゃんをひとひねりにするくらいわけないし。
単なるカイの真似だってば。
That's fair. I shrugged my shoulders and put a rolled egg in my mouth. Rolled egg.
それでは教えます。
I want an egg now.
ズバリ名誉部長を復活させる。
Revive the honorary prez? I end up swallowing the barely chewed egg in my mouth. Don't choke!
どう？ナイスアイデアでしょ？
名誉部長ってまさか部室に飾ってある種子島新さんのこと？
Oh, what, that little, that little figurine that we saw in the very beginning? That thing?
もちろん。かつてのロボワンウィナー、9年ぶりの復活、たぎるよね。
Get hyped! Yeah! Akiho thrusts her fist toward the ceiling, and our classmates shower her in cold glances. It is. Okay. It's true that it's true that number 03 is something of a legend. It's Misane's brainchild and the very same robot that won ROBO-ONE. Huh, okay. He's pretty cute. It now decorates the club room as the honorary prez. Huh. But to be frank, it's an antique. Oh, it can't be that old. Since the robot boom began 5 years ago, tech know-how has evolved. I doubt we could win with a pre-boom machine. Okay, 5 years old. I guess that could be considered ancient. To some people, anyway. Besides...
あれ動くの？
動かない。でもオーバーホールすれば動くかも。
No, wrong button. Overhaul. Process of maintaining machinery. Take apart, clean, and exchange parts to make it basically new. Yeah. Very straightforward. Excuse me, I had to cough for a second. I stuff some sausage into my mouth, make sure to chew it properly, and swallow before going on.
まあ納得するまでやればいいと思うよ。
はい、出ました。いつものザ・一言。
少なくとも俺に手伝えることなんてなさそうだし。
Well, there's plenty that Kaito could do to help. He just doesn't want to. Which is a problem. It's like, it can't just be Akiho doing all the work. This is Akiho we're talking about. She'll stubbornly try to fix that antique no matter what it takes. I'll just watch over her progress. After the sausage, I put a pickled plum in my mouth. Pickled plum? I'm actually curious what that tastes like. Then again, I rarely eat plums. Its sour flavor spreads out over my tongue, and I can't help but pucker my face in response. Ooh, sour, huh? Oh, I would love to try one then, because I love sour foods.
ああ、いい。
Getting up close and personal here. Akiho suddenly bends forward toward me. She's too close. No, I'd say that she's close enough.
アキちゃんさ、俺とキスでもしたいの？
Do you want to kiss her, Kaito? Huh?
いやいや。買い物程度なら手伝ってくれてもいいでしょ。
買い物？
パーツとかの。
まあそのくらいなら。
あと貝のお弁当のうさぎリンゴ1個ちょうだい。
Apple. I wish she'd get a clue about how the people around her feel. Oh, we're from Akiho's point of view again.
ん？種子島新さんのマニュアル？
Hi, Mitchi. Or should I say, what was it? Sensei Mitsuhiko. No. Sensei. I'm trying to remember the whole thing. Mitsuhiko Fu. I can't remember his last name right now. What if I just call you Sensei?
そう、ロボ部の荷物全部探したんだけどどこにもなくて。
After school in the faculty room, I crouched down and snuck my way between the desks to avoid the VP. Huh. Michi's desk was a total mess, and it smells weird. His desk smells weird. Is something rotten in his desk? Or did something die in his desk? And since it's been raining all day, everything's real musty. I can't help but grimace at the scent.
あら、お前の姉ちゃんが作ったものだからな。学校にいないならお前ん家にあると思うぞ。これ豆知識な。
Oh, there you go. Could be at her house.
ミッチ把握してないの？
Mitchi has a long history with the club. He was part of this association and was even the club's first president. That's honestly surprising. When number 03 won ROBO-ONE, Mitchi was the one who took the award. There's still a commemorative photo by the entrance. And now he serves as the club advisor. Okay. So, yeah. Last time Kaito mentioned that Mitchi was their advisor. And I got very confused by that. I'm like, when did he become their advisor? But no, he's the club advisor. That's more clear. That's why I'd been hoping he'd know anything and everything there was to know about the robot club, but
10年近く前のものがどこにあるかなんて瀬宮妹は普通把握してるのか？
Very fair point, actually.
してないけど。
つまりそういうこった。
This April, the robot club was moved from the tech prep room to the equipment storage space in the courtyard. Most of the club's inventory is still packed into boxes and stacked up inside of it. While I was the one who packed it all up, I honestly don't remember if I saw the manual at the time.
でもまあ、家にあるのが分かっただけでも進展かな。よし。
Yeah, it's like just check at home. If it's not at the school at all, and you checked every place that you could think of at school, it could be at home. In order to pump myself up, I pump my fist into the air despite still being crouched down. I'm just picturing that in my head.
あと、もしパーツが必要になったら、ミッチーにも間髪募るから、顧問として多めに出してね。
なあ、瀬宮妹。いいか、これだけは先生言っときたい。
Little Senomiya? Why does he call her that? Oh. I think I just got it. Little Senomiya. Because she's Misane's younger sister. Right. That makes more sense now. She's little Senomiya, and I guess her sister Misane is big Senomiya? I don't know.
何？
こんな言
Nani?
葉があるんだ。先生の好きな言葉だからな。瀬宮妹もよーく聞いてしっかり胸に刻み込めよ。
Okay.
誰かに頼ってばかりじゃ社会の荒波に揉まれて終わりだ。やんちゃしてでも自分の力で努力しろ。その結果失敗してもその後の人生の勲章となる。
Do everything you can on your own, even if you make mistakes. And that way, if you make mistakes, you can learn from them. And learning from your mistakes will be those badges. That what leads up to those badges that he's talking about.
どうだ、いい言葉だろ。
Yeah, not a bad phrase there, Michi.
それってつまりお金は出さないってことじゃん。
I'm over here doing my best to find a way to win, so hearing him assume I'm going to fail makes me angry.
これも教育の一環ってやつだ。先生も本当は心苦しいんだぞ。察しろ、瀬宮妹。
瀬宮妹って呼ばないでっていつも言ってるでしょ、ミッチ。
No, she doesn't like that nickname.
じゃあお前もミッチーって呼ぶな。長深田先生、わかるな。
Naga Fukada Sensei. Naga Fukada.
教師に敬意を払えば内申点も少しはサービスしてもらえるぞ。これも豆知識。
Does he always have a pro tip?
もういいよ。ミッチーに頼ったうちが間違いだった。失礼しました。
Don't look a gift horse in the mouth, Akiho. I hurriedly flee the faculty room. I'm fairly certain the VP was glaring at me the whole time, but I pay her no mind. I think this is a new track. Very beautiful. Very sad. The gloom and doom sets in as I return to the classroom.
部長ってこんな孤独な役目なんだな。
It doesn't have to be. Up until now, I never really had much experience in leadership roles. You know, stuff like class rep or group leader. I automatically became the robot club president when I became a third year, but nothing's been going right for me. I mean, we heard from Kaito's point of view what happened. Like, I would really like to get Akiho's point of view of what happened. The reason our reputation is in the mud is because of my beef with the student council and vice principal. Looks like I'm getting her point of view now. It's like, ask and you shall receive. The more I think about it, the more my stomach starts to hurt.
まだだ。まだ終わらんよ。
I say out loud, trying to force myself to feel better. There you go. Get yourself psyched up. Get yourself pumped up. Akio? Oh, hello, Subaru. Oh man, why did I have to run into him now of all times? I've spent over a year trying to get him to join our club because he'd be a rad addition to the team. But I still can't handle Hidaka-kun. I've legit never encountered such a jerk of an underclassman before. I kinda get where Subaru is coming from with him not wanting to associate himself with Akiho and the Robot Club. But that aside, I bet he is not a jerk. That, you know, he's just very quiet. I mean, he looks very studious and very smart. And sometimes being those can be portrayed as being a jerk, but I have a feeling that he's not.
日高くん、こんにちは。せっかくだからロボ部に。
終わりでしょ。
え？
まだ終わらないなんて、今のロボ部が言っても単なる現実逃避の言葉にしか聞こえませんよ。
Trying to flee from the club's reality? I'm not entirely sure about that. He heard me talking to myself. I mean, to be honest, I talk to myself out loud all the time. And I don't really care if anyone hears me. So, I don't know, Akiho, just take it in stride. This is a wee bit embarrassing. If possible, I'd love to erase the last 2 minutes from his memory. Now, normally our conversation would end here. Hidaka-kun never sticks around to talk to me. But today's different. Instead, he's the one who approaches me. Huh. I wonder what he wants.
ROBO-ONE に出るそうですね。
Oh, he wants to talk about that, huh?
なぜそれを？
もう校内で噂になってますよ。
そっか、その通り。優勝しないとロボ部は解散なの。
無理ですね。
Really, Subaru? Subaru. I have to say that just right. And not make it sound like he's the brand name for the car. Subaru. Seeing that he was interested in the robot club before Akiho kind of made things a little worse for the wear. I'm surprised that he's saying this. Quick and to the point. Hidaka-kun's saying the same thing that Kai said.
そうかな。やってみなきゃわかんないよ。
僕はROBO-ONEには多少詳しいんで。
Do you now? What do you know? This could be valuable information. Yeah, I would listen to him, Akiho. That's right. Hidaka-kun entered ROBO-ONE solo when he was in junior high and made it to 3rd place. Yeah, this was mentioned before. I mean, it was 3rd place, but Yeah, I mean, it wasn't first place, but at the same time, he managed to make third place, so that's something. So his insight would be very, very valuable. This is exactly why I was trying to convince him to join the club. How could I forget something so important?
これこそ運命的ってやつね。
Destiny? Well, maybe? I can feel my blood pumping as I accidentally voice my thoughts. I pay little attention to Hidaka-kun's cold gaze.
日高くん、今こそ君の経験をロボ部のために生かす時だよ。
The moment I finish speaking, Hidaka-kun shifts his gaze in another direction. I follow his eyes and land at the glass showcase for all the trophies and awards that the various clubs have won. Among them is the group photo of the Robot Research Association, back when they won ROBO-ONE 9 years ago. 9 years ago. That was a long time.
瀬宮先輩はホビーロボットを作った経験は？
Okay, that just looked kind of weird. That little fade in and fade out of Subaru's sprite model. That looked extremely weird. Why would they do that? It was honestly kind of jarring.
ないよ。
Nada?
でもほら、それよりずっと大きいロボを作った経験はあるわけだし。
Right, like Gunvarel. Well, to be precise, I haven't actually finished anything. You know how it is. Yeah, I do.
そんなので優勝するつもりなんですね。あまりロボワンを舐めない方がいいですよ。
His words bite. I almost feel like he's stuck a needle in my heart. It's a sharp, prickly sort of pain. I'm so shocked by his aggressive words that I can't say a word.
他の出場者たちはそれこそ半年前から入念に準備してベストの期待で参加してくるんです。
Yeah, and they only have 2 weeks. What are they going to be able to come up with? If you know, that little model that her sister made 5 years ago won't work. It's like, what are they going to do? What can they make in that short amount of time?
そこへ先輩みたいな三流素人が準備もなしにいきなり出て行って勝てるわけがない。
Something amazing would have to happen. I don't know, like someone comes in at the last minute and, you know, helps them. Someone like Subaru, since he knows ROBO-ONE, they definitely need him to be part of the club and to help them with their hobby robot. That's the only way that they would have a chance of really entering with anything.
Nonsense です。
I managed to put my emotions back in order, then take a deep breath.
そういう君は今回の大会出るの？
いいえ。
一度出たきりだよね。なんで？
それは先輩には関係ないでしょ。
Why would it have to do with her? It's like, why would she think that? He spits out his response and abruptly tries to leave. Like heck, I'm gonna let someone younger than me talk smack and just leave. Talk smack. He's not exactly talking smack, Akiho. I feel like a pushover. If I could just get one decent comeback in. And so the words just fly out of my mouth.
言っとくけど、奇跡は起こすものだよ。
And that's basically what Mitchi just told her. I hide my anger behind a calm expression, wiggling my finger in the air like a pendulum.
ロボットアニメでもよくあるでしょ。頑張れるとかだってそうだったし。
頑張れるはお子様向けでしたからね。おかげで僕は見てて萎えましたが。
Well then.
ストーリーが安っぽかったんで第一シーズンで切りましたよ。
He just hit Akiho to the core.
おっと、おやおや、今のは聞き捨てなりませんな。
Yeah, I was expecting this. My heart's ablaze now. I'm pretty sure there are literally flames burning in my eyes now.
ロボットアニメは夢と希望とロマンがあってこそでしょう。
Here we go. Okay, so maybe that one anime with him isn't at all about that stuff, but that's an exception. In fact, he's the only exception.
そんな考え方だから世界的ロボットブームにもかかわらず日本のロボットアニメはいつまでも子供の見るものっていう扱いなんですよ。もっと高尚で哲学的なプロット、あとはリアルさ、主にミリタリ色を全面的に打ち出すべきでしょう。
Militaristic. Huh. I mean, isn't there robot? I mean, I don't really know, but isn't there a robot anime in the real world here that has more realism to it? You know, with how Subaru is describing it, with a militaristic feel or something close to that.
そんなの求めてないもん。ロボットアニメは子供たちが熱くたぎれるものだよ。
She wants to make kids happy. That's it, isn't it? She wants to make kids happy. And that's why she is making a life-sized Gunvarel. I feel that that's it. It's like she wants to make kids happy. That's why she's making Gunvarel.
幼稚ですね。議論するに値しません。
君の言うリアルロボット系の話って人がどんどん死んでって悲しくなるじゃん。
リアルロボット系？なんですそれ？
スーパーロボットとリアルロボットに決まって。
そもそもスーパーとリアルの定義から教えてください。そんなものがあればですが。
This should be interesting. If she can think of it. I've never really given it much thought. Well, there we go. It's more like a kind of feeling you get.
リアルにありそうなのがリアルロボット系。
Okay.
じゃ、僕は帰りますんで。何度も言いますが、もう話しかけてこないでくれますか。
Subaru, Subaru, you're the one who approached her.
ロボ部と関わり合いになるのはごめんですから。
Then why did you decide to come up to her and talk to her a little bit about ROBO-ONE? If you want to have nothing to do with the Robot Club, why are you approaching the president of the Robo Club and talking about ROBO-ONE if you're not interested in the Robot Club? Why approach her? He's obviously interested.
ちょっと
I hurriedly try to stop Hidaka-kun. But if I do, this will just drag out our conversation. And the reality is that when it comes to this subject, we're on two parallel lines that'll never intersect. With that in mind, I resist the urge to chase after him. But once my flame is lit, it doesn't go out so easily. Yeah, it's like we got that very quickly.
坊やだからさ
I finally managed to shout out from the depths of my soul. Which of course results in all the students nearby having a good laugh at me as they head home. Okay, well, I think I'm actually going to stop it here for today. So, a couple of interesting things happened. Especially with Subaru there. But anyway, thank you all for watching, and if you enjoyed the video and want to see more, like, favorite, and subscribe to become part of the pack. And don't forget to claw that bell icon so you know when a new video comes out. Got a little tongue-tied there towards the end. And as always, I hope you all have a wonderful day or night, wherever you may be.